Ladies and gentlemen, we are back to Let's Play Mario Golf, the ring shots, starting with a par 3, 190 yards with one ring. And it's somewhat difficult, I guess. Not incredibly difficult, though. It's the donut level, and unless you couldn't guess, you gotta aim for that nice jelly center in the middle of that donut. So, just some basic mistakes here or there, and it's not going to take you very long. It's not a difficult hole at all. Back to the real take, though. Got the ring. Had some problems on a past take with bad chip. Tried to put it out of the rough, and yeah, it was close, I guess, but yeah, it wasn't going to work. Anyway, back to the real take. Just a simple chip up there after you get in the bunker. I guess it's technically possible to avoid that bunker, but it's not very likely. So yeah, that's the hole. It's not a difficult hole at all, guys. Shouldn't give you much of a problem. Hole 2 is going to be a par 4, 382 yards, and has 2 rings. And this one is a little bit more difficult. The reason why it's a little bit more difficult, it's kind of like that mission in Mario 64 at Juan's Fortress where you have to aim at the wall. It's a chip off the block. Chip off the old block, for sure. Had a small problem, but I believe that's the only mistake I made in this hole. Yes, it is. No, I did make another mistake later on. But, yeah, this one usually takes me a little bit of time. Make sure the wind isn't going to be much of a problem for you. Try to keep it low in numbers, and you should be alright. I use a little bit of down and right spin. Try to get onto the try to get close to the green and try to keep it low to make sure you get through the ring. I don't think the spin worked, but definitely keep it down, or else you're gonna miss that ring because there's only so much that is showing from that cliff face. Anyways, get 2 rings in 2 shots, approach for the 3rd, and putt for the 4th, and that's really all you can do. You do that, you're pretty much golden. And we opened up course 6 already, so yeah. Pretty awesome. Almost made this putt. Very close. Just didn't quite get it there. Hole 3 is going to be par 4, 420 yards with 1 ring. And this one is not difficult at all. And no stretch of the imagination. I did not make a mistake, so this is going to be a clean take. As you can see in the top right corner, I decided to put scraps from Paper Mario 1000 Year Door on my little intro hole cover thingy-majig. I saw them while I was Google searching Yoshi, and I thought that was pretty awesome, so I put them on there. In case you guys haven't figured out by now, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door is my favorite game, so I will be talking about it quite a bit. Anyways, this hole, the ring is right next to the bunker. You can usually avoid the bunker. If not, I mean, you're there at 1. You get 2 shots to chip onto the green, or you can chip on a 1 and 2 putt. So it's a really easy hole, especially for this far on. Hole 4 is gonna be par 3, 140 yards with 3 rings, and this is a difficult hole. I'll give it about a 4 out of 5, although I did fairly well with it. The problem with this hole, of course, is the fact that it's a par 3. Par 3s, yeah, just look at that, that's ridiculous. And it puts you right over a bunker. Just lovely. I only got it in 2 attempts though, which I was very surprised about. Because usually it takes me a little bit longer to dial down, like in the Shy Guy Desert level. And I was actually able to avoid the bunker completely, which is pretty sweet, because that makes my approach a lot easier. Instead of approaching from deep bunker, you can just approach from the rough, and it's a nicer shot in there. Once you get the rings, it's really not that difficult of a hole, but it's really zoning that in, which makes this hole so difficult. Don't be surprised if you have to try a couple times to get it. Hole 5, we're just buzzing through this, ladies and gentlemen. Par 4, 389 yards, 3 rings, and that gave this about a moderate rating, 3 out of 5. This is another one of those holes that has 3 in a row. Pretty rare for a par 4. Usually it's only the par 3s that do it, and once you get into like the par 5s, you spread out your shots, the rings spread out. So having a threesome in a par 4 is kind of strange. Anywho, this is part of my legitimate take. Not the best shot, however it does set me up well to get to the green. So I decided to take it. You don't have to get all 3 of your shots on the first try if you just want to get 2, like I did, and then set up your 3rd shot, which is perfectly fine, as long as you can 1-putt. Anyways, back to mistake land. I'm just gonna try a little bit right spin. It's just not gonna save it. Wasn't able to get that 3rd ring, and ended up going pretty deep too. Actually, that wasn't a terrible shot. And then putting. Putting's always a problem, except for. Oh wait, no, I take that back. That was the winning attempt. Sorry. I do have a putting failure though. From the green edge, just missed. That was actually a pretty nice putt now that I think about it. And yeah, that was lovely. Finally, par 6, or hole 6, par 5, 544 yards, 2 rings, and it's difficulty 2 out of 5. On this one, it's just basic island hopping with pretty much a target. And that's really all it is. Which is why it's not incredibly difficult to do. But sometimes getting those rings lined up and trying to keep out of the rough can be a little problematic. Besides that, this is not a very difficult hole either. Put some left spin on it, try to keep it out of the bunker, which I am not out of the rough, which I am successful in doing. And on this one, I was in the rough and just that bar was way too small. Put some more left spin on it, try to get this onto the green. Just barely hit the ring. And end up going a little right, surprisingly, especially with that wind. I'm gonna just throw this out there now. I absolutely hate editing these ring shots. I don't regret doing them, but they are not fun to edit at all, nor do I think they're really fun to watch. Anywho, that's all 6 of them. We got one more failure, and this will be me signing out for the course. This is Commander Matt, and I will be signing out. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Good putting, Matt. Good putting. I 2-putted from 50 feet and still wasn't able to make it. That is ridiculously bad. See you, folks.